What's up, guys? This is episode 1 of Deep in Some Thoughts. We're going to talk about me and why I'm starting a podcast. Let's go. What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in to Deep in Some Thoughts. This is the first episode. My name is Juan. I am 28 years old, and I wanted to start a new podcast. I've done 3 already in the past. Now people are like, Juan, what happened to the other podcasts? And I'm like, you know what? Sometimes you just need to move on. You know what I mean? Like, shit happens. My first podcast was BJ in the Morning. That one, we did really, really well. We were... very, very, very popular. I lost my train of thought there. We're very popular here in the small city of Tucson, but Brendan had, I did it with my good friend Brendan, and he had to move, and I was like, well, I'll just go fuck myself. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna not do a podcast anymore. Well, like, why? What's BJ in the Morning without the B in your BJ? You know what I'm saying? So then after that, like a year passed, and I did like another podcast named Untamed Podcast. And that one was with my good friend John. He's in a band called Desert Fish, and he wanted to focus more on his band, so we kind of just fizzled out. And again, I was like, you know what? I'll just go fuck myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know what to do at that point, because I'm like, I'm tired of like relying on people. You know, I started these podcasts and I have to rely on the other person to be able to do my podcast. So here I am, solo, starting this brand new phenomenal podcast. This is only the first episode, but it's already phenomenal. And I know it is. And I know that you're going to love it, because I'm going to love it. And and I just love podcasting. So after doing the first podcast, it was really difficult for me to do something new. And once we got into the role of being podcasters, like, I just loved it. And if nothing comes out of this, fine. Because I love doing it. And that's a good way to put things into perspective for anybody. And anything you want to do is just do it, man. You know, that's a good message. A good message right off the bat, dude. Coming in swinging. Hey, man. Okay, so let me get in about me real quick. All right. So my name is Juan. I'm 28 years old, and I do a lot of things, actually. If you have a conversation with me, I have a lot to talk about. So I'm a martial artist. I've been doing martial arts for 26 years. That's a story right there. Okay. Main martial arts, taekwondo, karate, judo, aikido, everything, jiu-jitsu, everything. I just call myself a martial artist. I don't say I do karate. I don't say I do taekwondo. I just call myself a martial artist. Okay? That's the main thing about me. I've been doing that the longest. I've been doing that since I was 2.5 years old. Yeah. Crazy. I also do photography. Okay? Been doing that for 3 years. I would say I'm decently good. Okay. I do consider myself a professional, but not the best. Okay. I wouldn't say that I'm the best, and I would never say that I'm the best. You got to stay humble. Videographer, I like to dabble in video. Not very experienced in doing video, but I am pretty knowledgeable, so I do like to say I am a videographer. So I know what I'm doing, but I just don't do it. Does that make sense? What else? I'm a nerd. I'm a huge nerd. Huge nerd. So we will, for sure, be talking about like comic books, comic book movies, what's coming out, what's already come out. Big Star Wars nerd, Star Trek, everything, all of it. So expect me to have a segment called Nerding Out or Nerd Alert. There you go, Nerd Alert. That way you know if I'm going to talk about some nerdy shit, it's going to go Nerd Alert. And we're going to get into that part. Just so you know, if you don't like comic books, if you don't like nerdy stuff, I don't care, really. But I will at least warn you. I'm going to be like, Nerd Alert. Maybe we'll divvy up something and be like, Nerd Alert. Dude, my mouth is getting dry, dude. I got my coffee. So I'm here with my producer. His name is Chris Clock. We've been friends for a long time. And before we started, I was like, I can't make coffee. My filter is bad, right? For my coffee. So he's like, all right, let's go get some coffee. I was like, okay. So we go to get some coffee. I wanted to go to Starbucks. And Chris said, no, I don't want to go to Starbucks. I know of this great place that's right down the street. I'm not going to say the name of the place, but he's like, it's probably the best coffee I've ever had. And we get there, and I like my coffee black, okay? I drink black coffee, and I love it because I'm an old fucking man. But I get a nitro cold brew, and I take one sip, and there's a motorcycle outside, and it's pissing me off. And now I'm pissed. I'm pissed, right? Just don't do that. Anyways, so I get this nitro cold brew, right? And I take one sip, and it is the nastiest coffee I've ever drank in my life. When producer Chris, said that it was the best coffee that he has ever had in his life. Okay? And so that's a great start to my morning. That is a great note. Well, he says he doesn't drink coffee, but he really sold me on that coffee place. Don't sell somebody on something if you don't know. You don't drink coffee, dude? Don't tell me it's the best coffee place you've ever been to. What do you get there, dude? Fucking chai tea? Fucking pussy? Anyways, so I had to bring this home. I got this coffee in here. Had to add some shit to it, but it is not good. So just know that every time I take a sip, that I'm dying inside a little bit. Okay? I just wanted to throw that out there. Anyways, why else am I starting a podcast? I kind of don't have friends, you know, like I do, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is where I'm going to be able to let things out. Because I used to have a lot of friends. And it turns out a lot of people are just shitty people. You know what I mean? Like, people that you think that are your friends, they just end up shitting on you. And you know, I've had to burn a lot of bridges the past couple of years. And I don't really get to like talk or vent or just put things on the table anymore like I used to. So this is a good place for me to do that. And the whole I guess thing for this podcast is literally just gonna be me letting out my feelings. You know, it's gonna be like a little therapy session. You know, so but yeah, I've had to burn a lot of bridges, and you know, cops. Why are we doing this in an apartment, dude? Because we know that everything comes straight through the fucking walls. But I mean, it's cool. It's cool. You guys are going to hear it. You're going to be here with me. And we're going to be pissed together. Okay? Because as much as that pisses me off, I'm here. I'm here for you guys. And hopefully you guys enjoy this this podcast. Back to like shitty people, dude. So basically what I did was I just kind of dropped off. I kind of like fell off the grid for a while. And I just stopped talking to whoever. And I know, like, I make fun of people all the time when they're like, hey, you know, stop texting people to see who really cares about you. And I'm like, okay, I make fun of people like that, but that's kind of what I did. Like, I stopped going out as much. I stopped texting people. I stopped, you know, being the first to text. And if people didn't want to talk to me, then fine. And there's people that I stopped texting because no. There's people that I've stopped texting and I have not talked to them since. And I love that. And that's sarcasm. Because I thought they were my friends. You know? There's one person in specific that I would text them to go out and hang out and drink. And I used to drink a lot. And they were always down, you know? And as soon as I didn't want to go out as much, guess who stopped texting? So, you know, like, that's not a good friend. You know what I mean? That's not a friend. But then the other day, I haven't talked to somebody in a while, and they texted me just to see how I was doing. And I was like, that's somebody you need to keep around. You know? People who text you to go out. Bad person. You know? People who text you to see how you're doing. Good friend. People who, you know, don't respond to your text messages, but they're still a good friend. Good person. Bad friend. You know what I'm saying? That's a direct hit to producer Chris there. But he's been better. He's been a lot better. Okay? Ooh, shitty coffee. Okay. Yeah, so basically, this podcast is about me. It's my therapy session. And also, this is kind of a way for me to just be me, you know? A lot of times I have to hold back in conversations with people. I don't like doing that. So, just be warned. I'm not holding back. Whatever comes to mind is coming out. And now I'm just ranting about that. So, we're going to move on to just something that's going on right now. Oh, okay. So this is the first podcast, right? The first episode. But this is actually probably the worst time to start a podcast. Why? Why do you ask? Because of the coronavirus, dude. And the reason why I say that is because there's nothing else going on in the world, really, but the pandemic. Right? Now, 2020, dude, came out fucking swinging. Okay? We had 2019, right? Which was like probably one of the worst years, right? And everybody at the end of the year was like, oh my God, this year sucked. Oh my God, 2020 is going to be so much better. 2020, clear vision, you know what I mean? Seeing clearly, new year, new me, you know? And then while we were fucking in the corner, when 2019 was beating the fuck out of us with a bat, dude. And 2020, dude, was warming up in the back, dude. You know? He was fucking throwing some shadow boxing over there. 2020 came out swinging, dude. 2019 was like beating the fuck out of us, and then turned to 2020 and was like, you want to turn, dude? And he was like, hey, 2019, sit down. Just sit down. Relax. You know? And 2020 fucked us up out the gate, dude. What happened? What happened? What was the first thing that happened? Australia caught on fire? That sucked. That was sad. They showed poor little koala bears just fucking engulfed in fucking smoke and trying to run for their lives. They literally showed animals running for their lives. And animals have a very, very special place in my heart. Okay? That sucked. And then what happened? Kobe Bryant died? Poor guy. And his family? That sucked. He was an icon, dude. He was literally... He was like... He was like the biggest of the biggest... One of the biggest basketball players in the world. One of the best basketball players in the world. And people loved him. People looked up to him. And, you know, a lot of people... He is one of the reasons why people want to be basketball players. And he's gone. And my voice cracked. And I didn't like that. What else? What happened after that? Everything just happened so fast. And then the pandemic hit. And then we had to go, you know, into a state of emergency and be quarantined. And it's barely starting to get better. But it's not, you know? People are going to start going out. They open things up again. We were on, I was going to say bed rest. We were in quarantine for, 2 months? Well, I wasn't, because I'm essential. When people are like, "Hey, how's the quarantine treating you?" and I say, "What quarantine? There's a quarantine going on? Oh, I'm sorry. I guess my work thinks that quarantine. My work thinks that staying home means work more. I was not home. I started working more, and it's great. I'm not going to turn it down, but also what about my safety, dude? I want to be safe. I want to stay home. And I was jealous. You know, people got to stay home. People lost their jobs. And like, I'm not making any light out of this at all. But I was jealous, dude. I wanted to go home for 2 weeks. It was supposed to be 2 weeks. Okay. Turned into 2 months. And I'm grateful, right? I have a job during this whole time. I didn't lose my job. I didn't lose any pay. But I wanted a free vacation, man. I wanted to stay home. People were talking about, staying home and like getting through this pandemic and binge watching Netflix and doing all this shit. Fucking yanking your meat all crazy, dude. Just because you're bored. People were talking about being bored. And I'm like, I want to do that. I want to be bored, dude. I got so much going on that I just, like, I work so much. And then I was still doing photo shoots here and there. And I probably shouldn't have. But I did. Because you got to make money. And you got to do what you got to do to make the money. Now, I kind of used my work as an excuse, though, because when I do my photo shoots, I would really procrastinate on editing. So I'm like, sorry, I've been working so much. It's just so crazy right now, But anyways, let me talk about my problem with this whole pandemic, okay? And I don't want to talk too much about it because that's all people are talking about. And that's why I'm saying it's kind of hard to like start a podcast right now because you pull your ideas and shit for like I want to bring you the facts of shit. You know what I mean? I want to talk about stuff, but like all people are talking about for the last 2 months have been the coronavirus. There's no sports going on. There's no like TV shows stopped putting out new episodes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, anyways, it's besides the point. My problem with the pandemic is where are the facts, dude? The facts keep changing. And I'm really tired of that. So even our most reliable source for facts, the CDC, keep coming up with new facts and new discoveries of the coronavirus. And it's like, I don't know what to believe anymore. I get that this flu is a big deal, but is it as big of a deal than they're making it seem? Because here's what they were saying at the beginning. They were saying if you were sick with flu-like symptoms, you have the coronavirus. Stay home, get tested. If you have it, you're going to be quarantined for 14 days. And it's going to be the worst flu you've had in your life. Okay. A couple days later, they start saying, oh, people have tested for the coronavirus and they don't have flu-like symptoms. But they're still the most contagious. They're the most contagious because they don't know they have it. Okay. And then what happened? Oh, there was always a new fucking symptom somehow. Like a week later, oh, if you have blisters on your toes, you have the coronavirus. I'm sorry. I can't wear new shoes anymore, dude. I'm going to wear some new shoes and get the corona toes, dude? No. I'm going to get tested for the coronavirus because I wore the wrong socks that day. You can get blisters on your skin and not have the coronavirus. Did you know that? I didn't. What else happened? Oh, just a couple weeks ago, they even announced that they announced the CDC, okay, came out and said asymptomatic coronavirus victims. And if you don't know what asymptomatic means, that means that you don't have symptoms, that you are a carrier to the coronavirus. And they did tests, and they tested that 80% of the people who are asymptomatic came in contact with people who didn't have the coronavirus, did not spread the coronavirus to those people. That just came out a week ago. So at first you were saying they were the most dangerous, and now you're saying they're not contagious. What's going on, dude? Get it together, CDC. Get it together, government. Who's in charge of these tests? Who's in charge of doing these things? Because they obviously waited way too long to run those tests. They say, oh, coronavirus. That was loud. Coronavirus, stay home. Everybody stay home. It's a state of emergency. Stay home, stay home, stay home, stay home. This is the biggest thing that's happened since the influenza pandemic that happened 100 years ago, right? This is bigger than SARS. This is bigger than polio. All the other pandemics that happened, or those were epidemics, okay? And then they run tests 2 months later. And that really pisses me off. You know? Because we don't know if it's that big of a deal anymore. I'm sure it is. I'm sure people who get the coronavirus, I'm sure it sucks. But is it as contagious as we think? And another thing is that people are really showing their true colors. You know? Like when this first thing happened, it's like everybody rushed out, bought all the fucking food, bought all the toilet paper, they bought all of this, all of that. Like, hey, toilet paper doesn't get rid of coronavirus, dude. You can't just wipe away the coronavirus. It's so stupid, dude. So I went to the store when that first thing happened, and like my dad was telling me, you need to stock up, And I'm like, okay. So I went to the store and I stocked up. And you know, I broke my diet because I do a diet, right? I'm not getting into that right now. That could be another episode. But I do a diet, and I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna? I'm gonna spend like easily like $1,000 fucking on groceries, just stock up for my diet. Easily. So I was like, I'm gonna break my diet. I'm gonna get some easy shit. I have like 5 pounds of pancake mix. Because I was scared too. Like we don't know what's gonna happen during a lockdown. I was like, everything's going to close. That's the only way this is going to be contained. Everything is going to close, right? Like China, like with deadbolt people's doors. And you couldn't leave. You couldn't even go to the store. And I'm like, fuck. That's going to happen to us. So I actually did. I stocked up and I bought a bunch of shit. I bought toilet paper. Except, you know what? I live here by myself, okay? And how much toilet paper do you really need? Going back to that. Because I bought 2 12 packs. 12 packs? No, I bought 2 6-packs. Okay, so a 12-pack. And I barely finished the first one. Now, granted, I'm still working, because essential, of course. But, I mean, I guess I shit at work more than I shit here. But I use a lot of toilet paper. I do. And I still, 2 months later, haven't gone through the first 6-pack. What's going on, guys? Anyway, another thing right now is when they want you to wear the mask. And okay, here's my take on that. You want to wear a mask? Wear a mask. If you don't want to wear a mask, don't wear a mask. I don't give a fuck. But if I want to be somewhere and I don't want to wear a mask because I can't breathe, don't fucking say something to me. And that's happened already. Now, I was walking by and I wasn't wearing a mask, but I also wasn't around people. Like, in close proximity. And somebody had the nerve. Okay, now get this. Somebody had the nerve to say, you should really be wearing a mask for the safety of everybody else. Now, this person was wearing a mask, but this dumbass dude was wearing it on his mouth. Like this. Because his nose was open. And I'm like, hey, dude, is that how you wear your mask? Because that's not really doing anything. You're worried about your safety, dude? Cover up your nose. Or the gloves, dude? Okay, you touch something that has a virus. You're just spreading it, man. It gets stuck to your gloves and you touch something else. Oh, you don't have it. Cool. You didn't get it on your hands, but you're spreading it everywhere. It's not doing any better. I don't know, man. It's just it's a rough time, okay? It's rough. It's hard. But I don't think that people should be acting the way they're acting during this pandemic. Like, do what you gotta do. Stay safe. Wash your hands. All of a sudden, y'all want to be washing your hands. Because obviously you didn't before. You nasty fucks. Now, I wash my hands all the time. I wash my hands before I eat. I wash my hands after I come back from the store. I wouldn't call myself a germaphobe, but I don't know. My hands get sweaty and I wash my hands a lot. And same with my girlfriend. She showers like fucking 8 times a day. And cool. Stay clean. But there's a fucking dangerous virus going around, and don't forget to wash your hands. You should have been doing that in the first place, dude. Oh, I saw this thing. It was a paper, and it said, fuck, what did it say? It said, coronavirus can infect anyone regardless of skin color, race, or religion. Really? I didn't know that, dude. I thought I was good because I'm Mexican, man. I thought I was safe. I thought we were just infecting white people and we were just gonna move on. That'd be cool if the fucking if the virus just fucking infected stupid people, and then we just moved on with our lives. You know? Because I'm really tired of all this shit, man. Anyways. Bad coffee. Okay. So, that's my take, man. If you're going to give us facts, give us facts. Give us real facts. And, shit's opening back up, okay? Now, all you young people, don't go rushing out. I'm going to stay home for a while. I'm going to write this out. I'm going to see how shit goes. But I get it. You want to go see your friends. You want to go get drunk. You want to go do this. You want to do that. But is it worth it? Because there might be another round of coronavirus, and then they're going to come back and say, okay, well, you guys didn't learn the first time. You didn't learn the first time, so you guys have to stay home again. Except for me, because I'm essential. Just be careful. Be careful. Don't be stupid. And you know damn well if you go out drinking, you're going to be drunk. You're not going to be thinking about your social distancing. You're not going to be thinking about who's coughing or who's sneezing. So just be careful, guys. Don't be stupid. That's all I gotta say. Don't be stupid. And if you decide to not wear a mask, okay, if you decide to not wear a mask and you cough or sneeze in close proximity to me, and you don't cover your mouth, if you don't dab it up, dude, I have every right to beat your ass. Okay? Because last year I was sick at least 8 times. And thank God, during this whole thing, I have not been sick. Thank God. Because if I got sick, oh dude, I overthink things to the max, okay? If I got a fucking sniffly nose, dude, I'm going to be freaking the fuck out. All right? So if you wear your mask, fine. If you don't, just know I'm going to beat your ass if you cough on me. Which actually they were saying that's an act of terrorism. How funny is that? There's a conspiracy, and I'm all about conspiracy theories, dude. I'm all about it. I love it. But there's a conspiracy saying that the birds are robots so that the government can keep tabs on everybody. And the coronavirus was a decoy to keep people home so that they could change the batteries on the birds. Now, I love conspiracy theories, but that is probably one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. Birds have been around since before robots were even created. Now, if the birds were robots, that would be badass. All right? My dad's a computer programmer, dude. We could hack into those motherfuckers. We can do it. And if we're that advanced, those birds wouldn't have batteries. They'd probably have some docking station that they could fly to. Birds can fly. You're going to look out the window and see somebody changing the batteries right there in the street? It's so fucking stupid, dude. I can't get over that one. That one is just ridiculous. Oh, bad coffee. Okay. So yeah, if you have any conspiracy theories, let me know. Let me know. Shoot me some conspiracy theories and we'll talk about them. But if they're that stupid, I'm going to call you out on it. Okay? All right. I'm done. I'm done with this pandemic. I'm done talking about it, and I probably won't talk about it again. Actually, I might, but we'll see. If anything new comes forward, I'll let you guys know. You know? I'll let you know. I'll let you know what's going on. I'll let you know what I think. But as of right now and what we got, that's it. That's all you're going to hear about it. Let's say if it just falls off, I'm not going to be like, where'd it go? Where'd the pandemic go? Because we're all glad that it's over. Okay? So, I have this quiz, right? To get to know me quiz. Because this podcast was supposed to be just about me. And to get to know me. And if you don't know me, I have the perfect solution. Now, some of you guys will be like, if you listen to my last 2 podcasts, I've done this on every podcast. And you'd be like, Juan, why do you do this on every podcast? Do you not have any ideas? The matter of the fact is I don't care. You know, it's my podcast. I'm gonna do quiz. I like doing quiz. I love doing quizzes. I'm probably gonna do a lot of quizzes on this podcast. So, if you don't like my quiz, I don't care. I'm gonna do it. Now, it's not really a quiz. It's more like just quick questions. Spitfire. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna go boom, 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 boom. All right? So, first question. Now, I found a different quiz. So, it's not the same quiz that you heard before. Just saying. If you've listened to my last 2 podcasts. But, first question. Where was I born? I was born in Nogales, Arizona. Okay? Lived there till I was about 4. Moved to Tucson. I've been here ever since. How tall am I? 5'9". Okay, just got a text. Now I'm pissed. Just got a text. And my iPad is not muted. And now I'm pissed. Okay. How tall am I? I'm 5'9". I used to say I was 5'10", but then I was lying. And I actually think that I'm 5'8". Okay, so either way I'm lying. I might be 5'8", but I think I'm 5'9". And I wear shoes that make me taller. Okay, on purpose. Because I'm short. I feel like I'm short. Anyways. Favorite food? Fucking pizza, dude. And that's a very generic thing. Like, everybody loves pizza. Who doesn't love pizza? But I love pizza. Okay? Pizza's my favorite. Okay, favorite vacation spot. I love going to California. Anywhere in California is awesome. San Diego is great. I love going to like Six Flags, amusement parks, Disneyland, shit like that, because I'm basic. But if I were to pick a place that's not like an amusement park, I just recently started going to Denver a lot. I like it there. It's really nice. I haven't really explored very much there. But San Francisco is probably one of the best places I've been. It's the vibe there is great. It's beautiful. Golden Gate Bridge is awesome. So San Francisco, Six Flags, all those. Okay. What's my biggest fear? Okay. If there's anything that scares me the most, it's clowns. I'm terrified of clowns. Now, I could watch a movie like I before couldn't even look at a picture of a clown. I've gotten over that. I've gone past that. I actually like, like the new It movies. I like watching those. They're good. I don't mind it. But if I were to see a killer clown on the street, I don't care who I'm with. I don't care if I'm with my best friend. I don't care if I'm with my girlfriend. I'm running, dude. Now, I'm a protector. I'm going to go off a little bit on this one. I'm a protector. If I was out with my girl and somebody tried to mug us, okay, I would protect her. I would probably die before somebody hurts her, okay? That's just who I am. But if there was a killer clown coming towards us, I'm sorry. I'm gone. I will probably push you in front of me. Okay? If I was backed into a corner with the killer clown, I probably wouldn't defend myself. I would just curl up into a ball and cry and accept defeat. Okay? I'm also scared of snakes. I'm just gonna throw that in there too. That's a story for another time. But okay, those are my two biggest fears: snakes and clowns. What's my zodiac sign? I'm a Leo. Okay, good one. What's my mom's name? Laura. What's my dad's name? Chris. Do I have any brothers or sisters? I have a brother. He's 10 years younger than me. His name is also Chris. And I have a sister. She is fucking amazing. She's 1 year old. Crazy, right? She just turned 1, and she is the best thing that's probably happened to my family other than me. But what do my parents do for a living? My mom has been a stay-at-home mom since I can remember, which is awesome. I think if you're gonna have a kid and you have a stable relationship and you can afford to be a stay-at-home mom, be a stay-at-home mom, because it's I don't know. It's good. It's great. Do it. Okay. My dad is a computer programmer, and he also teaches martial arts, which is how I started. Oh, I didn't say that. I teach martial arts too. So I don't just do it, I teach it. Okay? Moving on. It's supposed to be quick questions. Who's my favorite artist? Don't have one. I don't really know artists. Artist is a very broad word, you know? Like, my favorite YouTuber is Peter McKinnon. He's an artist. He's a photographer. He makes amazing videos. Anyways, I don't really have a favorite artiste that like paints and shit. Who's my celebrity crush? It's not who you think it would be. Okay? Now I used to be in love with like Jessica Alba and J-Lo. Of course. And I still love them very much. Very, very much. But they're old now. And I don't mind a little bit of oldness. But I'm back coffee, okay. I don't mind it, but my newest celebrity crush, who's been my celebrity crush for a couple of years, is Haley Steinfeld. She's just so sweet, so innocent, and I love her to death, okay? I just hope my girlfriend doesn't listen to this podcast, but she probably won't, okay? What kind of a kid was I? I was a good kid, I would say. I hung out with everybody. Here's the thing. You know, in high school, like, I hung out with scene kids. I hung out with fucking cholos. I hung out with everybody. But I didn't ever look like any of the people that I hung out with. Now, did I get into trouble because of those people that I hung out with? Yeah, I did. Because I'm like, hey, You want to break into the store? Yeah, I'll do it too. Let's do it. No, as a kid, I was kind of a follower. Okay, I wasn't the person that I am now. I'm a leader now. Okay. But I was a good kid, I think. I believe. Have I ever been into serious trouble? Yes. Now this one is very controversial. I'm just gonna say it. On my last podcast, we weren't allowed to say it. Producer Chris wouldn't let me say it. But I'm gonna tell you because I'm over it now. Okay? I got a DUI. Long time ago. And the reason why I want to be able to say this is because it is one of the biggest learning experiences I've ever had in my life. Now, if you get one, or if you want to know more about it, I will be more than happy to talk about it or let you know what I went through. But it was one of the worst things I've ever had to go through, and I definitely learned my lesson. Okay? So, now that that's out the way, okay, do you have any pets? Yes, I have a cat. Her name is Echo, and she's my baby. She is my baby. One more. Who is my oldest friend? Now, do you mean old in age? Because I got a couple old man friends. I got people older than my parents that are my friends. I'm still back coffee. Okay. My oldest friend is probably Brendan. He's the one I did my first podcast with. I've known him since I was 13. 13? And he's my best friend. He's my absolute best friend. I don't care what anybody says. He comes before all. And I love him. Is that enough for today? What do you think, Chris? Yeah? That's enough for today. There's a lot of questions on here. Do I like the rain? Yes. Do I like snow? Yes. Where do I work? Not saying that. Do I like my job? Kind of. if I could work anywhere, where would that be? Probably doing something like this. Being creative. That's my favorite. I'm a creative. I love it. Okay? And we're going to move on to our next segment. Now, this is a segment that I'm going to do every week. Is Urban Dictionary. You've ever read Urban Dictionary before? Because I have. And all I got to say is, what the fuck? All right? So, producer Chris is going to send me some Urban Dictionary things. No. Okay, there we go. So he's going to send me some Urban Dictionary words, and I'm going to read them. And this first one, I just barely glanced it, and I'm not sure if I want to read it. Okay? So, this is Urban Dictionary. We might come up with a better name, but here we go. First one, Feederism. Okay? An underground sexual fetish which involves one partner, the feeder, feeding the other both to obtain sexual arousal and to encourage weight gain in the feedee? What? Feederism can vary in nature from a consensual act between two people who mutually appreciate a larger body type to non-consensual abuse. Consensual abuse, which may involve force feeding and bondage and is undertaken with the intention of fattening up the feedee to the point of immobility and total dependence. Now, okay. it's funny that you sent me this because yesterday, like all day, I watched my 600-pound life show. And this is fucked up. Okay, so the feeder ties up the person and gets sexually aroused by force feeding the feedee. That's okay. The weight gain can also vary from a few pounds to hundreds of pounds. While some feeder relationships are not undertaken with the purpose of weight gain at all, but for the enjoyment of food in an intimate context. What the fuck? That is so weird. Okay. So, now with that, do you tie the person down and feed them and then like don't untie them until they're the size that you want them to be? Or do you like, okay, that's enough for today, your shift is over. See you tomorrow at 8. Okay, that one's stupid. Alright, cuffing season. Now, this one, I know already what it is, and I truly believe this is what my girlfriend's doing with me. Okay, cuffing season. The cold season is... Okay, what? I threw myself off there. Cuffing season. The cold season when everyone's coupling up so you settle for a new boyfriend or girlfriend way below your standards. Or you're one of the smart ones who cozies up with Coors Light and your pupper BFF. What's a pupper? A dog? That's stupid. Okay. Bobby, yo, it's cuffing season. You want to lock this down? Charlotte, ugh, no, I'm going to chill at home with a Coors Light and Murphy. Dude. I love the fucking things they give. Yeah, my girlfriend's definitely doing this with me. It's getting hot now. I better get worried. All right, next one. Mob. Money over bitches. That's all it says. Mob. Money over bitches. I completely agree. Money over bitches. Okay, next one. Okay. Monkey branching. Okay. When when a girl already has a boyfriend, but she gives her number to guys that she meets and flirts as if she were single. She's basically branching off from her boyfriend and establishing backups. Okay, people actually do this? Monkey branching. Yo, dude, I saw your girl at Starbucks giving her number to some guy. I don't think she saw me. It looks like she's monkey branching. You should dump her ass. Wow, dude. And then it says hashtag relationships, hashtag girlfriend, hashtag cheating, hashtag branching, hashtag dating. That's fucked up. If you're monkey branching, don't. That's all I have to say. Don't do that. Don't have a boyfriend. How about that? Okay. That's enough for today. I lost my stopwatch. I don't know where we're at. But that's deep in some thoughts, man. Let me know what you guys think. By the time this is posted, we'll have an Instagram, Twitter, email. We'll link it. We don't have it currently right now, so I can't say it. But let me know what you guys think. Rate us, review us. This will be on Apple obviously, if you're listening to it already, but it'll also be on YouTube if you want to see the video version. Deep in some thoughts, man. I felt like it was a pretty smooth podcast. I was really nervous starting out. Chris almost slapped me, but I think it went well. Bad coffee, and we're going to end with that. Thank you for listening to Deep in Some Thoughts. I'm Juan, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.